2,000 years later.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Exotic Baby. And today guys, I'm going to be giving you a story time how I beat this girl up in her bathroom, because we're going to start from the top. Y'all going to know what I'm talking about. But I beat this girl up in the bathroom, and I'm about to tell y'all the tea. So one day I was in what class was it? I think it was like English, and I get a text from the dude I was dating at the time, my ex.
Well, no fucking shit.
I got a text from him, and he was like, you cheated on me, da 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 da. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, this girl that go to your school text me. I don't remember the girl name, but I'm gonna call her Lift. And and her name Lift decide to text my man and tell him I was cheating on him. And it was so funny because I've never cheated on anybody in my life. So my ex is toxic, so he gonna believe a fucking bird if it came and whispered in his ear and told him that I cheated, which I didn't. He like, hold up, wait a minute, we left the war. And so I was sitting there texting him. We arguing while I'm in school. I think it was English class, or was it English? I think it was my English class, or was it social studies? No, it wasn't English. It was my fucking social studies class. And I'm in there and we texting and stuff like that. So I asked the teacher, can I go to the bathroom? So she like, yeah, you can go to the bathroom. So I went and got my best friend at the time, and I brought her to the bath. Like, I'm showing her the text messages and stuff like that, and I kept asking her, do she know these people? Well, I asked her, but me and her went and asked other people, do they know this person? And it was like, oh, this Lift, but that's not her real name. I just don't know her real name, so I'm gonna call her Lift. And they was like, that's her. And I'm like, I don't even know this.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Girl, so I'm like, she go to our school, where's she at? So I go find her, and I said, why are you telling my boyfriend that I'm cheating on him? And she was like, oh, my friend was dating this boy that you was texting, and I just told your boyfriend that you better get your girl because she cheating on you. And the time limit of the text messages, okay, let me explain the text messages. So me and this boy from my chorus class used to text and stuff like that. But I did know he had a girlfriend. And I used to tell him, like, yo, just break up with her. Like, if you don't want to be with her, you want to do other stuff. And he was like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. It's going to hurt her feelings. And I'm like, it's going to hurt her feelings knowing that you texting another girl on her. Like, that's mad weird. I didn't take this boy serious or nothing. I was just texting because he was somebody to text. And then me and my ex, we were like on and off. So when I was texting him when I wasn't with him. And we would go weeks without talking and stuff like that. So I would be texting this dude. And we texting, flirting, get a little spicy in the messages. Mind you, I ain't never meet up with him. Because dude was not my type whatsoever. By the nigga I was with. So it was just like, damn, now you know you wrong. You know you wrong. So for a minute, when me and my ex got back together, I did stop texting him and stuff like that. But his girlfriend ended up finding out that he was texting me the whole time, talking about linking with me, talking about what he wanted to do to me, because he used to be spicy, talking about he wanted to bend it over, lick the key. So I was gonna let him too.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And that was it. But she found out, she was highly upset, and she broke up with him, which she should have, because he wasn't shit, and I knew I wasn't gonna do nothing with him, because girl, bye. If he can cheat on you, he gonna cheat on me. Girls, don't be believing like these niggas gonna change. The way you get them is the way you lose them. That's how I look at it. And I was never gonna be with a nigga who gonna cheat on their girlfriend with me. That just don't sit right. And I would never even want to do anything with a nigga who cheating on their girlfriend. That's nasty. You taking your thing and then sticking it in somebody else. Like, y'all sharing too much fluids for me. Cut it out. So I was like, after that, the girl found out they broke up, and that's how it spiraled back to the story. So she told we was in the bathroom. I told her to come to the bathroom the first time we went to the bathroom, and I'm like, why would you go text my nigga? She's like, oh, because you were texting my friend. Mind you, her friend, not her. Her friend felt like I did something disrespectful. Her friend could have kindly hit my inbox and I'd explain to her, just like I'm explaining to y'all, that's what it was. If you read the messages, I actually was like, yo, you wrong. You should like break up with her if you don't want to be with her, because he was saying that he didn't. And I'm like, why would you want to be with somebody you don't want to, like, that's how, you know how niggas think. They're going to tell you one side of the story and it's a whole nother one. Like, how you going to still be dating somebody you don't want to be with? But anyways, that's not even the point. She came.
That
She came and told her friend told my man. And I'm like, bro, why are you the one telling my man anything and don't even know what you're talking about? And then look at the dates. The dates was back in February. I was texting this dude, I think January, February. I'm gonna try to find the messages. If I'm not, then I ain't gonna be able to find them. But the messages was all in February and stuff like that. That's the last time I really spoke to him. And me and my ex was off at that time. We were not speaking at all for like weeks, because we would break up with each other, like toxic. And so when she went and told her that, we weren't even together when I was texting that man. So she was like, oh, she thought I was messing around with this dude, and I wasn't. And she didn't know what she was talking about. So she went and ran her mouth. It had nothing to do with her. So after that, I kindly was like, oh, that's not even what happened. Next time, like, basically mind your business, because you don't know what you're talking about. So I left it alone. I go back to my class, me and him arguing heavy, because he will believe anybody that I cheated on him. Like, he will believe a bird, a fucking frog, a bitch on the street that I've never met in my life. If they said I cheated, he gonna believe it and be like, oh, we breaking up. So he fake broke up with me, because that boy was not going nowhere. He fake broke up with me for a hot second. So I got mad as fuck, because me and this boy be already tension. So you causing problems over here and not knowing what you're talking about. Like, you could have came to me asking myself, and I would explain to you and your friend what happened. You know, just don't go off of what you think you know. And so what happened after that? Oh, we get to the cafeteria, right? And I'm mad because my dude just broke up with me for a hot second, even though I know he ain't going anywhere. But we broke and we got into it. So I walk up to her table, because we had like the round tables in our cafeteria, and I sat by the window, she was sitting by the wall. And I walk up to her and I tell her politely, I sat down, I said, since you thought it was your place to tell my man that I was cheating on him, and we ended up breaking up because what you said, I want to fight you after school. And I walked away. And she was just looking like mad confused and mad like, oh, what? What do you mean? Like, yeah, bitch, you don't go and just tell people, men, that they cheating on them and not know what the fuck you talking about. And it wasn't even like it was her relationship. It was her friend's relationship. Like, girl, let your friend come in and confront me. Let your friend do all the talking. She didn't. Like, because she was like, fuck these niggas. Fuck, you know, forget him. And she didn't care. Well, she cared. Evidently hurt her feelings. But she could have came to me or da-da-da. She didn't feel like it was needed, because niggas gonna do what niggas do. But you felt like, oh, I must stick my 2 cents in it. But anyways, the girl was sitting at the table looking mad clueless, like she didn't know what she did. And I'm sitting at the table. I went back to my table by the window, and she went and crossed by me to go like towards the back of the, because she was at the front. She walked towards the back to her little friend. Her friend, her name is Uber, even though that's not her real name, but I'm calling her Uber. And Lyft walked to Uber and was like, telling her the story and stuff like that. And little Uber was sitting there trying to get rowdy, taking off her little jacket. And I'm literally staring across the room at these people in their face like, because I want somebody to walk over here and press me. Come press me. come hit me. Because I'm not, like, come hit me. So she's sitting there looking at me. I'm looking at her. And they ended up going to go snitch to the vice principal. And she called me in a little office. And she like, what's going on? And I explained the story. And then she bring the girl that the boy was cheating on with. That he was cheating on. Because he wasn't using me. That was his relationship. She came in there and I told her the story. I said, no, that's not what happened. I told him that y'all don't need to be together if you're going to be doing her dirty and stuff like that. Like, as you can see in the messages, you can scroll up, you can see. And she was like, I don't even care about him. Like, he's so done. Like, da-da-da. Because she was mad cool. Like, she was like, you know what? It's not even worth fighting over. And I said, I felt like, they was like, oh, even the vice principal was like, oh, she should have just minded her business. It's not even her business or her place to go do that. She said, I didn't even know she did that. And we squashed it there. And then the girl came in there because, you know, when in high school, they make you talk to everybody, even if you don't want to talk to the girl. And she was like, oh, she brought the little lift in there. And she was sitting there and she was like, y'all need to squash it, da-da-da, this ends here. And I'm like, I don't got no problem. I said what I had to say. Even though what the vice principal was telling us, I wasn't listening because I'm still going to fight you after school. That don't mean nothing. I don't care about nothing that has shit to do with you. You should never went and ran your mouth and not know what you're talking about. You know? So after that, it dialed down. She said let it go. So I was letting it go for a hot second. Just for a hot second. So I'm in the cafeteria. I'm talking. I'm laughing. We walk out the cafeteria. We go to our classes and stuff like that. I get a text from Uber telling me, oh, come meet us in the bathroom downstairs. So, like, by the gym room, there's a bathroom right there, and not a lot of security guards walk past, so it's easy for you to go do what you got to do, you know, and they got security cameras, so you can't be in the hallway, so you got to go, we was going to go in the bathroom. She's like, oh, let's go to the bathroom, because we don't play that pumpkin stuff. We can come fight in the bathroom and stuff like that. So I'm like, cool. And so we go in the bathroom. Well, I went to go get my best friend at the time. And we went to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, because she gonna record. And we went in the bathroom and little Uber was sitting there like, oh yeah, we don't take disrespect. We don't take disrespect. Like, girl, if you don't sit your $5 tip looking ass down somewhere, the girl is a hoe. But we not even gonna get into that because I'm not gonna bash little Uber. But she was sitting there just hyping her little friend up. And then she was like, oh, we don't do that disrespect and stuff like that. So I'm like, cool. I'm just sitting there looking at her like, anyways. So we square up. We start fighting. Going in. Mind you, the girl's supposed to be a boxer. Girl, no, you're not. So we boxing. We literally fighting. You can hear our hits. Like, it's going at it. I might add a clip. I don't know if I want to because they might, you know, flag it because of violence. So I might add just a small clip of like how the sound was like. So as we fighting and stuff like that, beginning that I almost threw her, like we went in the stall, I almost threw her in the toilet, but we were sitting there still fighting. So as mix of my head being down and her head being down by the toilet and stuff like that, this girl cooter was stinking. So I end up moving, like I turned. So she was still fighting me, but I turned. I let her get them 3 hits in because, girl, your coochie was already beating me up. So she got the whole stall smelling like a motherfucking sea boil in that bitch. And I'm like, girl, first of all, you should never be fighting on your period, and make sure you should change your little pad before you try to fight somebody. So I'm sitting there and I turn and she got the little taps in because they weren't hurting. She got the little few hits because I had to turn her oxygen because, honey, that coochie was stinking. So after we fought, I walk out the stall, and then this one girl walked in. She was like, oh, it smells like coochie in here. And I'm just like, I start laughing because, like, girl, yes, your coochie got the whole bathroom stinking. So I'm walking out. I'm going up the steps. Only reason I got suspended, because I'm about to tell y'all. I got suspended because I went up the steps with me and my best friend at the time. We was going up the steps, and all I hear is Lil Uber hyping up Lyft like, oh, you beat her up, you did this and that. So I'm like, I'm hearing them correctly as I'm already up like the second thing of steps, and I rush down. I throw my phone down. I throw my backpack down, and I run up and I punched her ass right clean in her face and almost threw her ass in the trash can. So we on the ground. I'm on top of this girl, punching her all in her face. Like literally, it took 2 big ass security, and our security guards are big grown men. It took 2 of them to get my little small self off of that girl because I was not playing. You ain't beat nobody up. So I'm sitting there punching her, and it take 2 of them to get me off of her, and they holding me. And little Uber, no, was it Uber? Yeah, Uber was over there talking mad mess, and my best friend at the time, I wanted her to hit her so bad. But I wanted to smack the shit out because she was like, oh yeah, you did that. I'm like, how if I'm on top of your friend beating her face in? But I don't got the clip of that. Like, I got the video when we first fought in the bathroom. I don't got the clip where when I run up and I punch her dead in her face. Like, nobody recorded it because it happened literally so fast. And then like, I'm over there punching her, and they yanked me off of her. And everybody was just so mind blown. They was like, what happened? Like, why was y'all fighting? And some people knew the story and some people didn't. But she ain't going around saying she beat me up because she knows she didn't. So when everybody seen the fight, they was like, oh yeah, you did that, you fought her. Even though I wasn't fighting, like, I don't like fighting, you know, because I feel like that's doing too much, you know. But that you don't go and play with my loyalty to someone, and especially if you don't know what you're talking about. Like, girl, you went and told him that and not even know what you're talking about. Like, mind your business. So more of the story is, mind your business, stay in your own relationship, and if it ain't your relationship, you shouldn't be worried about it. Like, and that's on period. But that is it for the story. Comment down below if you want me to tell any more story times or anything else y'all want me to say, because I be running out of ideas. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be posting more. And we out.